What's up, good people? It's Goldie here on behalf of Four Brown Queens, and I'm coming to you today with a little bit of laxitude. Now, 97% of the time, I really try not to engage negativity. 97% of the time. And on the 3% of the time that I may choose to engage negativity where my business is concerned, it's either one, because I'm just being petty and I don't give a damn, or I'm seeing the ability to use the negativity as a teachable moment, because I'm recognizing, like the quote that I led with, that perhaps the negativity, the issue is a lack of understanding. The issue is not the person that's bringing the negativity, that's initiating the negativity. The issue is that there is a lack of knowledge that needs to be addressed, or a perspective that people are not considering. Okay? So I could be being petty, and sometimes I'm just trying to rise above it and just speak to the issue, stay focused on the issue. So I'm going to talk about something today, and I typically have tried to keep my mouth off of this topic. But fundamentally, the issue at hand is much bigger than the person who was trying to be negative. So I'm just going to put this in perspective and explain why it's a problem for me. So the other day, someone sent me a screenshot of some information that had been shared in one of the Facebook groups or whatever. And someone had gone through and decided to screenshot the prerequisite information from the Four Brown Queens website, where it outlines what's needed to be eligible for the Four Brown Queens Lock Academy class. Okay, that's great. You heard me say it was on our website for everybody to see. Surprise, the information is not intended to be a secret if it's on a website. Okay. And one of the prerequisites that we have for our training is that we are more interested in individuals who don't have any locking experience. There are reasons for that I don't need to explain, but I'm going to give some perspective. But the prerequisites require that people taking our class do not have any locking experience. And another thing is that they have no affiliation with another branded system that has them tied to legal obligations in the paperwork that they sign with them. Okay? You do the math, you can figure out what I'm talking about. I don't need to paint that picture. So again, these prerequisites are pretty clear and outlined on the website. They've been there since 2020, since we started offering our training. Hasn't changed. It's been public. Now, some people call that negative. Some people call it not nice, or whatever the hell people want to call it. I call it transparency. Because if we were not on the up and up, or we were portraying ourselves as something that we were not, we would not be broadcasting it on our website, where anyone all over the world accessing our site would be able to see it. So screenshotting this, and then subsequent comments coming back about the divisive nature of us having restrictions or something. I don't know, because I didn't see the whole post. I mean, I don't know if they blocked me to keep me from saying, I don't know. But I'm still connected in the branded community. I've built relationships with people in the branded community, because guess what? I still service, clients who have branded locks. So just because I don't rock with the company itself doesn't mean that I don't still honor what my client signed up for, which was branded lock services. Okay. But here's the part that gets me, and here's where the perspective comes in. And yeah, I got time today, so that's why I'm on here talking about this. I don't know what the cost is of the branded class right now, but someone told me it was almost $2,000 for the class? I don't know because I don't care. It doesn't pertain to me. But the last I heard, the cost of the class was almost $2,000. Now, if I'm wrong, tell me I'm wrong. Okay. But I don't know for sure. I just know that it's close to 2,000. That's the word that I've gotten from multiple people. So I'm going to let that sit in for a minute. Now, for me, let's talk about consumers. For me as a general consumer, someone who purchases goods and services, I have an expectation that when I pay my money, I'm going to get what I paid for. I think that's the universal standard. You pay for something, you expect to get what you pay for. I'm no different. I don't care if it's $2 I'm paying for something or if it's $200 or $2,000. I expect to get what I am paying for, which is what we pride ourselves in the Four Brown Queens on providing what we say we're going to provide you with. But I digress. So go back to people who elect to take the branded class for however much it costs right now. I don't care if it's $2 or it's $2,000. Whatever they're paying for this class, I'm assuming that the average person with some common sense is expecting to get what they pay for. Okay, so if I go and I spend this money on a class that's supposed to be top tier, it's supposed to be the upper echelon of training, okay, where interlocking is concerned, because that's what branded locks are. They're still interlocks, okay. I'm guessing that the expectation is that I'm going to walk away knowing what to do when I finish the class. That's a reasonable assumption. So if someone that has paid for this class then decides, well, I want to go and take Goldie's class over here with Four Brown Queens. Well, our prerequisite says we're looking for novice people, inexperienced people, and we definitely don't want to muddy the waters with people who have paperwork tied to a branded system. And I know what the system is. So I'm saying I don't want to deal with that. I don't want to deal with people who are tied. And you shouldn't need to take my class if you've paid that money into the branded system. If you learn what you were supposed to learn, you shouldn't need my class. It's not about continuing education. That's not what the class is. It's not a continuing education class for someone who's already gone through supposedly an intensive training. But help me make sense of this. How is it that someone can go and pay whatever they pay for said class and then come and look at the prerequisites for my class, and you're mad at me because I won't take your money, because I'm telling you, you already know what you're supposed to know, at least you should, having taken the class. How are you mad at us because we won't take your money, but you're not mad at who you paid the money to and you didn't get what you paid for? Make it make sense. Now, the flip side of this is, people will spin it and try to make things negative and, oh, this is just divisiveness. What are you talking about? How is offering people an option for training and how they spend their money, how is that being divisive? And what I really don't understand is why we, and I'm only going to talk about brown women because that's what I deal with. Why are we so quick to tear each other down like there's only room for one of us to be successful in a given field, a given industry? Why are we like, can we please elevate our thinking? That's like, think about how many brands of gym shoes exist out here. Some of us love Nike, some of us rock, Adidas, whatever. I don't know. I mean, but does me liking Nike and preferring Nikes mean that, say, these New Balance over here are lesser quality? It's a different shoe. Serves different purposes, different taste, different style. So why do we feel like, oh, well, the brand, everybody's trying to be step brand, but can we please just grow up? I really don't understand that. Four Brown Queens was created to give people options. And as you can see, prior to Four Brown Queens announcing the Lock Academy, you didn't see a lot of classes being offered. You didn't see a lot of people being outward about their wanting to teach people the skill of interlocking. But what happened is people realized that folks need choices. People don't want to be roped into doing something one way. And as sure as we have all different personalities in this world, everybody's teaching style is not going to fit. I can't teach every person here that wants to learn how to do interlocking. I can't lock every head in Fredericksburg. I'm okay with that. I have no problem, tipping my hat to another sister who's out here trying to help put good practitioners in the industry. So I think we're worried about the wrong stuff. That's really what it comes down to. But don't be mad at us because we're saying, look, this is what our rules are. Every business has rules and procedures and policies. When you want to have your own policies and procedures, then get your own business to handle. But let's stop making issues where there are none. I'm over here minding my business with Four Brown Queens and Loxitude. But what you're not going to do is try to make this into something that it's not. I left for my own reasons, and I have good reasons for why I departed from the brand. Okay? If people choose to stay with them, you ain't hearing me say nothing. I still rock with people who rock with the brand. I just chose to leave because it didn't work for me. But more power to you. I'm not going to badmouth someone for going to the branded training, but yet I know that there's people that badmouth our training, those of us that offer alternatives to the branded training. What's the reason for that? Why are you worried about what somebody else is doing? See, I worry about the business that pays me. I worry about giving people what they pay me to give them. I don't have time to worry about what other people are doing. But again, let's not misplace our anger and our frustration. Go get what you paid for. If you paid to be trained and you feel like you didn't get what you paid for, then you need to take that up with that entity. And on a final note, for those people who question pricing, whether it's Four Brown Queens pricing for the DAP tool, the pricing for our training, just stop. The price is what it is. The price is what it is, people. When you run a business, you charge the prices as you see fit. But listen, as far as the DAP tool is concerned, and I'm just going to say this, and I promise I'm not trying to be funny, but I'm just saying the whole theme is make it make sense to me. If you're out here doing heads, interlocks, retightenings, and you're doing 3 to 4 or 5 or 6 or 7, hey, if you're working all day from sun up to sundown, hey, go ahead, okay? But if you're pushing out that type of work every day or the majority of your week, every day of the week, 5, 6, 7 days a week, if you complaining about a single DAP tool costing $36.99, I can't even keep a straight face. I don't even understand where you at. Like, where you living? Make it make sense. If $36.99 is too expensive for you, just keep scrolling. Because those that know what it is with this DAP tool, who have experienced the DAP tool, who understands what this tool can do, they already know what it is. So I'm not laughing at you. I'm just saying, if the price point is too much for you, boo, I ain't got nothing for you, because the price is going to be what it's going to be. The same way we can go spend money on some J's, we can go get that Louis Vuitton, purse, or whoever is the popular purse right now. We can spend money on what we want to spend it on. So just say that. Just say, I ain't paying them $36.99 for a tool. Just say that. You don't want to because you hating, or you don't like us, you don't like me. I don't know. Say that. But don't act like that tool is overpriced. For real. I'm going to just stop there. The price is the price, whether it's the tool or whether it's the class. Because anybody that understands quality, they get it. Okay? So if you come get with us on our training, you come get with us on these tools, you gonna get what you need from us. Okay? And I'm gonna just leave it at that. Y'all, look, I don't know why people won't let me just let me behave. I'm trying. But I had to come on here so y'all understand. Look, don't play. Okay? Being queenly and all that does not mean that we're going to sit here and let people talk smack and be loud and wrong. That is not what being a queen is about. I've said a whole mouthful. And for those of you who understand, you're reading between the lines of what's being said and what's not, what is being said and what's not being said. And you understand that there's many layers to what I'm talking about. So at the end of the day, we're going to continue to offer training, and we're going to continue to offer tools to help people do what they need to do to meet their customers' needs in the lock community. I just need people to understand some of us do operate at a high level of professionalism, meaning we value our customers and we listen. And my goal at the end of the day is to continue to provide training and quality tools so that people can do the work that's needed in the lock community. That's the bottom line at the end of the day. But I'm about our people in helping our community. And that is why we provide the tools and the training that we provide. The tools are accessible to all professionals and novice users. The training is available to non-experienced people who want to learn the skill of interlocking. It's plain and simple. And for those of you who are finishing this segment and you're still feeling frustrated because you've paid into a system and don't feel like you've gotten what you needed to get to support our lock communities, I hear you. I've seen the messages, I've heard the requests, and I'm not ignoring you. I'm on here voicing some things to put some things on the table and provide perspective because our community is so complex. But I know that there is a need for support, and I'm working on something, and it will be available soon, and it will be available to experienced locticians as well. Just sit tight. I got you.